It's Virtual NAMM 2021 at Geekazine.com. Continuing coverage of NAMM 2021 Virtual, Jeffrey Powers here. I'm with Richard, and Richard's with MOVO, M-O-V-O, correct? In fact, that's this microphone right here is a MOVO. So how you doing?
Doing well. Appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, not a problem. So tell everybody what your role is at MOVO, and let's get into some of the products.
So with MOVO, I oversee the brand and growth for the company. We've seen tremendous growth over the last few years. We started about 5 years ago as a new startup, and we target the content creation space. So we create equipment and accessories essentially for the content creators. So anybody who is creating videos, anybody who's YouTubing, TikToking, streaming, podcasting, anybody who's shooting video content with their phones, we're that solution for them.
Okay. So I do a lot of camera work, but I'm actually setting up, we're working on what are called at-home kits, which are basically camera systems that we set into a box. All they do is pull it out and they set it up onto a stand, and then we do all the rest of that. So, and I know that MOVO is going to have a big impact in how I'm going to set up my kits. Well, why don't you go through the products of what you got, and then hopefully we'll find something that kind of strikes a chord there.
Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to walk you through a few products, give you kind of a taste of what we have. We do have a lot of SKUs, but top selling SKUs is what I'm going to show you right now, and the most recent ones as well.
Okay.
So the VXR10-Pro, which is a shotgun mic, basically attaches to either DSLR or your smartphone. And it basically gives you crisp, clear audio and plugs directly into your phone. No batteries needed. Our top selling product was the VXR10, which was on the market and has been on the market for years. This new Pro version basically has upgraded shock mount, upgraded audio quality. Price point's a little bit higher at $49. The original was $39. And this is the top selling shotgun mic on Amazon. And so we're very proud of that.
Yeah, I've actually got one in my bag. I use it with, I've used it with my, I can't think of the name of the live stream start. Yeah, the little start camera, and works really well for that.
Yeah, it's amazing. We've done very well with this, and we go right up against the roads and the shores of the world, and we're very proud of the fact that it is that top selling shotgun mic on Amazon. So, and this is what it looks like, which is probably how you use it typically when you're out shooting.
Yeah.
We'll go to the next product, which is basically the kit version, just as you mentioned earlier, where we basically provide kits. So we take that shotgun mic, we take a stand, we take a handheld grip, an LED light, and an iPhone or a smartphone holder, and we create kits where a ton of people are using these nowadays. Obviously, it's a plug and play. Take it out of the box. You can use it as a selfie stick. You can use it to shoot videos, films. It's a one-stop shop solution for many out there. And so we've done very well with these kits. This particular one is called the VXR10-Pro Plus, which a lot of people refer to it as the smartphone video kit. And there's several different versions of these, but this is the latest version that we have, which includes the upgraded VXR10-Pro microphone, along with a new smartphone holder, which has two different levels on it. So you can level it when you're sitting on a stand, when you're sitting on a desk. So it's very versatile, obviously, and we've seen tremendous success with this product.
Yeah, what I like about this stand is it's very solid. I actually have one of these stands, and I don't use it for the camera kit as much, but I've used it for connecting up little video assist cameras. So basically, assistant type devices that I can see what's going on from my desktop, and was sitting right there. So
yeah, and these are. We've had a lot of film companies. Someone like Disney Channel picked up a ton of these units, and they sent it out to their talent to shoot at home during the pandemic because they couldn't shoot in person. And so this is very useful in that case. So we've seen that with Disney Channel doing their sing-alongs, which is really cool. So if you Google that, you'll see their sing-along videos where they're literally sending these out to the talent to shoot their own videos at home. Disney Channel gets it back in, chops it together, creates an actual full length show out of it.
Oh, okay. So they record it on the phone and then they send that whole unit back to be.
Yes, they send the video clip back. So,
Okay.
and they did this with High School Musical, which is really fun, where it's a musical. There's, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 different cast members that are performing at their own home, and they're performing their section using this kit, shooting on their own smartphones, and then shooting that content, sending it back. We've seen this with Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk, which is her talk show on Facebook, where she was interviewing guests. And again, because of the pandemic, she wanted to have proper video on the interviewee side. So she purchased a bunch of these kits, sent it out to her guests. And when she did her interviews, they would use the kit. And obviously they would do even live streaming back and forth and using these kits, which is really, really cool.
That's great. Yeah, I could see that working really well for anybody that doesn't really have a setup at home, just like a desktop or something like that. You can set it up, get it as high level as possible, and get going. Right.
Smartphones, obviously, as you know, Jeffrey, it's synonymous with everybody these days. So
yeah,
soccer moms, content creators, I mean, anybody who's in need of content, they have that at their fingertips with these smartphones nowadays. So they're so advanced.
Okay. So can you continue? Go ahead.
So that's what it looks like, which I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the mics. So this is our UM700 desktop USB mic. Okay. Rivals the very popular Blue Yeti, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And we came out with this mic mid-year Q4 of 2020. It's done extremely well. It basically has the exact same features as the Yeti, multiple polar patterns. It's a condenser mic. Has a solid body. It's made of aluminum, and it's priced a little bit lower than the Yeti. It's $99 versus Yeti's, I think it's $130. Mm-hmm. So we've done very well with this product as well.
Yeah. And do you have a XLR version of this microphone?
We do not of this particular exact mic. But we do have an XLR, which we'll go over next.
I was just curious because when you were comparing it to the Yeti also has an XLR version. So I was wondering.
Right. So. Yeah. So this one's more USB based. This is plug and play. Put it on your desktop. As you know, a lot of gamers use this. A lot of streamers. Yeah. Podcasters or what have you. But it's more for those who don't want to have an XLR where they have to go into an interface. And so they just plug in directly into their laptop or their computer.
Okay. With this one, do you address it from the side or do you address it from the top?
It's from the top down. So
top down. Okay.
The pull-up pattern is basically top down on the mic. Basically, this is how you would set it up on your desktop. And it basically has three different pull-up patterns, right? Cardioid, it's a cardioid mic, so it can do cardioid, it can do bidirectional, omnidirectional.
So if it's set up like that, that means you're talking to it at where the logo is, so it's more side address.
Right, and so that would be a cardioid pattern. So anything beyond it's called the halfway mark, you wouldn't hear. Everything coming this side, you would hear.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And to your point, this is the VSM7. You mentioned the VSM5. You have the VSM5.
Yeah, I have this is the VSM5, which I reviewed about 6 months ago. Yeah, definitely. So This is the VSM7. What's the difference?
It's a little larger. This is a larger diaphragm. Essentially the same feature sets, where it is a condenser mic. It has multiple polar patterns as well. This one does have a pad switch where you can go minus 10 dB, and it has a low pass filter as well. And as you mentioned, this is a XLR mic. So you would plug this into an interface that would go into whether it's a board or it's even a computer. It comes with a shock mount as well and a windscreen. So it's a full kit. Okay. The only thing it doesn't come with is a arm. So if you want to mount it on an arm where you can move it around, you'd have to pick up an arm, which is separate.
Yeah. What's interesting, this one, the VSM5, does not have the polar pattern switch. It just has the low pass filter and the 10 dB pad switch.
Oh, got it. So we should get you this. We should get you this to test out.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Definitely. And what's the price on this one?
This is $125. So it's $124.95. So about $125.
Okay.
Pretty standard in the marketplace. So it's above 100, but it definitely, from a vocal mic perspective, it's amongst the more affordable ones.
Okay, and it's the same capsule as this one.
Same capsule. It's a little larger, so it's a little taller than what you have. So your VSM5 is a little shorter. This one's a little taller.
Okay. Cool.
So that's what it would look like. Right. This is obviously used in a podcast setting, but it's a vocal mic. So we've had recently a former voice semifinalist use this product for his recording. This guy named Taylor John Williams. It sounds that's something that's really fun, where we're seeing more and more artists testing these products out and seeing if it works for them.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And there is a pop filter for this one. And there's two reasons why I don't have the pop filter. One is I'm not addressing the microphone head on. And two, it actually blocks the lights. I get a big cast shadow for what I'm doing. So I don't need it. So I ended up taking that off. But I do have it ready for things like if I'm doing any type of voiceover.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very universal, obviously. And even if you have it on and you can see how it swivels, you can turn it down, turn it up.
Yeah.
You can see it on this picture right here.
Yeah.
So next product line, this is our kind of the funnest stuff we have out, I think now. It's new, hasn't shipped yet. It's our SPL series of smartphone lenses. And so again, because we're targeting the content creator, we're targeting anybody who's creating content. These lenses, we've seen a influx of demand for lenses recently in the last few years, especially with all these phones coming out with high resolution cameras. And so we're introducing our series of lenses, which essentially there are three different types of lenses we have: a fisheye, a telephoto, and a wide angle. Each are sold individually. They're $39 each, and it's a clip-on model, which is very universal in terms of what kind of phone you have. So it's not a slide-on clip where it may not fit with certain models. It's a clip-on, so it should fit with pretty much any smartphone out there.
Are we talking also the Pro models as well, with the three lenses on it?
Yeah, we tested it out, and so they work with up to the latest iPhones on the market, and even when the placement's a little bit off, because it clips, it's the actual the diaphragm from where it sits onto the camera is large enough to fit pretty much any phone, unless there's something out there that we don't know about. But
how does that work? Because I could see you'd clip that on, but then you'd have to do some micro nudging or anything like that just to get so it wouldn't show edges of the lens in your pictures or anything like that. Does it clip on fast, easy, or is it? How's that work?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, you would clip it on. You would have to adjust it. You would definitely need to adjust it depending on the phone that you have. But the idea here is that because it's universal, and if you have multiple phones, this one model would work for all phones. So to your point, you're right. You would have to adjust it to make sure that it is overlooking or it is on top of the actual camera itself.
Okay.
But it does fit for the latest version of the multiple lens phones.
Okay. And do these clips, is it like you have to take off one lens, put on another lens, or are they all one unit? So you just take off one clip, put on another clip?
Unit, right. One solid unit. The one thing that does come off is the actual clip, which you would never use it individually anyhow, because it's just the lens. But each one of these three, so it's the fisheye, it's the telephoto, and the wide angle, each one of them come individually. So they're not interchangeable. You'd have to buy individual lenses for each use case.
Yeah.
But the clip is definitely universal.
Okay. So that's what I'm thinking. So in the clip, you buy one clip and then three lenses, and then you switch out the lens on the clip.
You can, but each lens comes with the clip. So when you buy let's say you pick up the fisheye lens, it does come with the lens and the clip. And so you don't have to worry about the clip. It's removable if you need to take it off, but typically you wouldn't need to. We've been playing with this a lot. Obviously, we haven't shipped this officially yet. I believe it's shipping next week. So we'll obviously get you some units to play with. But the idea is that it's universally accepted on any phone. So that's the part where we're really focusing on to make sure that we have solutions that work across multiple phones.
Okay. Cool. Anything else?
And then this is actually more of a distance learning / work from home product. This is new for us, the MC2000.
Okay.
which is our wireless conference mic. So the idea here is that our MC1000, which is a wired conference mic where you sit in the center of a conference room, for example, and it picks up a 360 pattern. So if you're sitting in an environment, you have 10 people sitting around a conference room space, you just need that one mic to sit in the center of the room. We've seen amazing success with those, with distance learning, with education, with institutions, with businesses, of course. And so we came out with a wireless version now where there is no wire needed. You have a wireless receiver. You set this product basically in the middle of anywhere. And this is just an example, but you just set it up in a conference room environment in the center of a conference room, and it will pick up the audio in a 360 pattern.
Okay.
Wirelessly.
So yeah, it's 2.4 gig wireless.
It is.
The polar pattern, the pattern on it is just like any other room microphone, and it looks like there's a adjustable volume. The battery on it, what's the battery on it?
The battery on it, I believe, is a AA. It's 2 AA's that go into the actual microphone itself. The receiver is also AA, so you need batteries for both.
Oh, it doesn't power through the USB or anything like that?
No, because the USB is not wired, so it's not connected in any sense, right? It's wireless in the sense where it can sit anywhere.
No, I get that, but the receiver itself.
The receiver itself would also be wireless as well, so that's battery powered as well.
Oh, so how does it plug in to? Is it the USB connection in? Is it a 3 or 2.5 millimeter in? It's
a USB in. It's a USB in. So the idea is that it's the concept obviously is because we don't want these wired systems everywhere. Obviously, it's the idea is that you would have that microphone sitting in the center of the room.
Yeah,
obviously.
I get the microphone. But,
right.
And you're showing on this picture. Okay, I think this is kind of answering it. So you have the receiver, and then there's a cord. What's that cord coming out of the receiver?
Right, that cord is a USB cord. Sorry, yeah.
Okay, so that's the receiver that comes in, but it still needs the USB, or I'm sorry, it still needs the AAA batteries or AA batteries?
AA batteries for the actual microphone, right.
But not the receiver.
Not the receiver, sorry.
Okay, that's powered by the computer.
Correct.
Is it only USB in the receiver, or is it USB and headphone jack or anything like that?
No, it's just USB.
Just USB. Okay.
Right.
And then I'm assuming there's a connection light to tell you when both are connected properly.
Yeah. There's lights. There's a basically you can see the blue light on the top of the mic, and then on the actual receiver on the other side of it, you can see there's a little light there as well. So
okay. And how much does that go for?
This one's $249, so it's $250.
Okay.
And again, it's new. I believe this is shipping now. We just started shipping these, and the demand, as I mentioned, in terms of the education market, has been huge for this education and businesses, of course, as well.
Yeah. Can you hook up multiple? You'd need multiple receivers, but can you hook up multiple to do like a multi-area?
I'm sure you can. We haven't tried that. So daisy chaining it would mean we'd have to have an in and an out for the receiver. Okay. So I don't know if we've even tried that yet, but that's something that we can definitely look into.
But you can do 1-to-1, so you have like 3 receivers, 3 microphones, 3 areas type thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Cool. All right.
That's it for our new products for this NAMM for this 2020.
Plus, you have a whole bunch of other stuff that can go. Where do people go for more information?
So our website is movophoto.com. You can go there. All our products should be there. We are a top vendor on Amazon. So if you go to the Amazon site and you just Google or you just search for MOVO, our store is very robust on Amazon as well. So we do a majority of our business in Amazon. So it's either movophoto.com or on Amazon.
Okay. And really quick, some of these are not out just yet. Just highlight the ones that are not out.
The ones that are not out yet are the SPL series, which is our lenses, which is shipped out by the end of this month, actually. So within about a week, say February 1st. Okay. And then that's it. Everything else is actually shipping. So the MC2000 is shipping, and then our microphones have been shipping for a few months now.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, movophoto.com is where they go. And so, Richard, thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate your time as well. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Thanks a lot for watching this video by Geekazine. If you're over on geekazine.com or youtube.com/Geekazine, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. Until next time, you guys geek out and take care.